All right, so here we have a 2025 Subaru Legacy in the premium trim. And this is essentially Subaru's competitor to the Honda Accord, Toyota Camry, Hyundai Sonata, Kia K5, Nissan Altima, etc. And so what I'm going to do in this video is talk about the exterior features, interior features, powertrain, etc. So starting off in the front, we do have swiveling, as in left and right with the steering wheel, LED projector headlights, incandescent turn signals, and yes, these are the same headlights off the Outback. And we do have a more conservative front end as opposed to the Outback, which is more rugged. Of course, we do down here have LED fog lights. And going off to the side, we do have two 25/55 R17 inch alloy wheels, and they are painted here. And these mirrors are on the door to increase visibility, but they really blend in with the window trim here. And for this one, it has integrated turn signals as well as blind spot monitoring. Now, for those who want to see the window sticker, we do have crimson red pearl on this one. That is actually not a premium color like I thought it was, but we also have option package 15. That includes an eyesight driver assist system with automatic emergency braking, but I thought I already had automatic emergency braking, but oh well. We also got this power moonroof up there, and the blind spot monitoring with rear cross traffic alert. I just talked about that, and of course, as well as push button start, as well as the keyless access. If you want to read more, feel free to pause and do so. We again get the 17-inch alloy wheels back here. And we get kind of like a sloping rear end. This is where I feel like it is more of a fastback back here. And we get combination LED taillights. The turn signals and reverse lights are incandescent. Now let's go ahead and pop the hood and see what's under there. Under the hood, we have a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder that puts out 182 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque. We get optionally on the limited and standard on the touring trim a 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that puts out 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. Both send their power to all four wheels via a continuously variable transmission. Okay, now stepping on inside, we do have a black cloth interior on this particular tester. And on the inside, we get some soft touch materials like this cloth here and the armrest here. We do have one touch up-down windows for the front two passengers, not for the rear two, which is unfortunate. They do have a nice click to them when you pull them up and down. And over here, we do have a display, but it's not really big enough. And they're surrounded by a physical tachometer and a speedometer. And we get a bank of buttons on both sides of the steering wheel. It's for tuning, source, information for that thing right there, as well as that. That's to pick up and hang up the calls, as well as for voice commands, and then volume control here, and then this is all the safety stuff here. And there's a lot of gloss black here, especially here. And beyond that, this is the main center point in the whole interior. This is the whole 11.6-inch display I was talking about. This has a lot of the climate controls in there. Aside from, we do get some temperature controls here, front and rear defrost, and volume and tuning knob. We do get redundant controls for that in there, but aside from that, everything else is in the screen, including the heated seats. Beyond that, we get an electronic parking brake, and then an aux port, a 3 amp USB-C, and a 2.4 amp USB-A. And you can option this to include a wireless phone charging pad. And we get 2 cup holders with this, which you can use for larger drinks or smaller drinks. I don't know what it's used for. I think it's just for larger drinks. Then we get this small storage area. Oops. And then another storage area with a 12-volt outlet. On the higher end trims, you can actually get a CD player in here, which will take up a chunk of space. And this is actually one of the last cars to even offer a CD player. This plus the Outback, as well as the Lexus IS. I'm not mentioning the RC because that's being discontinued. And over here we get some storage above the glove box, and then in the glove box itself we get a felt lining, which is nice. Plus it was damped. Over here we see the sunglass holder, which is fading away. And then a manually dimming mirror, which you can get an auto dimming mirror on this one, but this one doesn't have it, and we get a sunroof. And then over here we get space for a cup. And going back to the rear seats, they do have a good amount of space, even though that is not my seating position. My head is actually not touching the ceiling. And of course, a lot of the materials do carry through. The interesting point that I forgot to mention, this does have a carbon fiber look to it. Looks like it has a carbon fiber weave to it too. Then we get more storage down here. And then we get air vents, and then 2 USB ports, and then a armrest with 2 more cup holders. Of course, a driver's side map pocket, which you don't see too frequently anymore. You only see the map pocket in the passenger's seat these days, but not the driver's seat. I don't know why that is. And then moving on out, let's check out the trunk capacity. We get hinges that don't crush your cargo, which is nice. And we do have a good amount of space in there. And underneath we get some more storage, albeit not that much. We get what appears to be a scissor jack, other tools, and under that is the spare tire. Now, here's the conclusion of this video. As some may know, Subaru is discontinuing the Legacy, largely because it's not selling well. So, there are 2 midsize sedans that we're going to be losing after the 2025 model year, the Legacy and the Malibu. So, with that in mind, the Honda Accord will be the only option in the midsize segment that does not offer all-wheel drive, because the Camry has all-wheel drive. The Sonata has all-wheel drive, only on one trim though. The K5 has all-wheel drive, also on one trim, and the Altima, even though there are rumors that that's going to be discontinued too, has all-wheel drive as well. I think it's on a certain amount of trims, but I really don't know. So, It's really limited, obviously, when it comes to the midsize sedan segment. It's not what it once was back 10, 20 years ago. But anyway, I digress. If you found this helpful, then please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time.